Welcome back, Lakeland Sports. Goaltender Bemidji State, junior from Dawson Creek, of course, British Columbia. And so good to have you with us. We haven't had a chance to talk to you here the last couple of years. But Andrew, talk about your journey here to Bemidji State.
Well, it was definitely a long one. I started playing junior hockey when I was 16 years old with the Salmon Arm Silverbacks, and kind of made my way through the BCHL with a couple different teams. Then ended up playing my 20-year-old year in Dawson Creek, my hometown, and started talking to the coaching staff that year and landed here, which couldn't be happier with.
Salmon Arm, too. Quite the hockey hotbed out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it was not a bad place to play, the Okanagan, and kind of that area was nice.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Dawson Creek now, to get to Bemidji State, if you're going to travel here, talk about that journey and just how you have to get here.
It's a ways, that's for sure. Kind of in the summers, at the end of summer, I drive down every year. It's about a 22-hour drive to here, and then, but even just to fly in for Christmas, I have to drive to Winnipeg, then fly either Calgary or Edmonton, and then into Grand Prairie, and then drive there. So it's a ways. It's about 14 hours still to fly home. So
I know. Wow. Talk about this team this year. Now, you're off to a better start, I think, as a team, right? I mean, getting the sweep last week in Alabama, Huntsville, it's got to feel real good for a program that didn't get one last year.
Yeah, especially not getting one last year. Kind of lets the boys know we can do it, and kind of takes that doubt out of our mind, even though we don't want it to be there. It lingers, and you think about it. So now that it's not there, it's definitely a good feeling. And playing two teams that were as high caliber as the Gophers and St. Cloud at the start of the year, I think that really helps going into the weekends. When playing other good teams, you kind of say, okay, well, we've experienced the best with the #1 ranked Gophers, and let's go from there. And now we know we can play with them, and we just got to do it a little bit better.
How about for you personally? And I'm talking to an old goaltender here too. I know how tough it is. You came in as a freshman and were able to get some starts, maybe not right away, but before Christmas, and got your feet wet, and pretty much took over from there. And of course, last year, and now it looks like into this season as well. As a junior, you've got a lot of games under your belt.
Yeah, it definitely helps. Coming in as a freshman, I wasn't sure if I was going to play or not, and once I got tossed into there, kind of unexpectedly, kind of was nice. Got the nerves out right away, and just kind of built on it. Last year, got more of the starting role, which was nice, and then this year, kind of balls all mine to do what I want with it, and now just got to keep it rolling.
I think Andrew Walsh, potentially our best player right now. He's very confident in the net. He's poised. He's a veteran back there, and you just hope that he's consistent with his play.
As you see it, where do you think you need to work on your game?
On my game, it's it was actually kind of nice this weekend being down in Alabama. Jeremy Kupal from Nashville, or our goalie consultant last year, is with the Predators now. He was able to drop down, and it's kind of one of the things we talked about was kind of after a game, think about it that night, forget about it afterwards, and get ready to go into the next game. But we kind of talked about some things we want to see me work on, kind of reeling my feet back in, not playing so far out of the net, kind of using my size to my advantage, and keeping my hands out in front and making saves look simple, and not having to make a desperation save, kind of just keeping everything in control.
Well, it's good to have you here, and thanks for this, and keep her going.
Thank you.
All right, Andrew Walsh, goaltender here at Bemidji State. Be back in just a moment with more on Lakeland Sports.